Do you want to learn how to make this quick and easy Christmas door hanger? Welcome to Stillwater's Wreath Designs. Come on in. Hello, Stillwater's friends. How are you today? Come on in. Welcome, welcome. You guys, I have a super quick and easy Christmas door hanger for us to work on today. Excuse me, guys, I have a cold, so bear with me. So this door hanger actually came from Walmart. The actual circle part of this is just under 20 inches in diameter, so it's a pretty big door hanger. And then you've got a few extra inches with the ornament piece at the top. It's got a really thick rope hanger here to hang from your door. It's pretty heavy. I would guess it's, gosh, probably 3 to 4 pounds. Here's what is so great, guys. Look at this. It's reversible. So on this side, you've got these bright colored stripes, and I'm not sure if the camera's picking this up, but the snowflake is actually raised. Let me put it on its side. It's actually raised, and the snowflake is super glittery. So you've got the ornament with the glitter snowflake on one side, and then, like I showed you when we started, on the opposite side, it says Holly Jolly, super stinking cute. And so my thought is, this would be something great to add to my Etsy shop for folks that prefer door hangers, but of course I want to dress this up a little bit. So we're going to make a big old bougie bow to add to the top of the ornament. So I just grabbed a couple of different ribbon types that coordinate with our door hanger on both sides. So I've got a good pair of scissors sitting beside me. I've got a red standard 12-inch pipe cleaner. I just grabbed red because it matches the top part of this door hanger. And then I've got a 2.5-inch Christmas ribbon. It's just this pretty red with the dark green and the light green glitter polka dots. Some white woven through it. And then I grabbed this sparkly glitter lime with red and white striped pinstriped edging and some solid red glitter 1.5-inch ribbon. So of course I'm going to start with the 2.5-inch ribbon. Let me scoop my door hanger off to the side, guys. And I want my tails to be a little bit longer because I'm going to curl them. And so with my 2.5-inch ribbon here, I'm going to make 4 loops and 2 tails. Let's see how long I want these tails to be. I'm going to say, because we've got the wording on one side, let's make 12-inch tails. That's probably honestly too long, but I'd rather have a little bit too much than not enough. And so I'm just going to measure out. Let me cut off the ends here and clean that up. I'm just going to measure out a 12-inch tail, and then I'm going to pinch and gather. This ribbon, by the way, came from Sam's Club. And then I'm going to twist because, of course, we want that pretty side out. And then I think I'm going to make some 6-inch loops, which means I need a 12-inch piece of material here. So I'm just going to measure out 12 inches. And then at that 12-inch mark, fold it down over. That'll give me the 6-inch loop. I'm pinching and gathering into my fingers. And I'm going to give that a twist. Get some more ribbon loose here. I'm going to do the same thing. Measure out 12-inch piece. And make another loop. Give that a twist underneath my thumb. Remember, we're going to have 4 loops of the 2.5-inch ribbon. So we've got 2 more to go. I'm measuring out a 12-inch piece, folding it over into my hand, and twisting that underneath my finger. And we'll do that one more time. We'll measure out a 12-inch tail and cut that guy off. We'll fluff this out once we're finished, guys. no worries. We are officially in early October, and so if you are a wreath maker, that means we are full throttle Christmas, and I am so stinking excited. All right, let's do our 1.5 inch lime. And this time we're going to do 10-inch tails and 2 loops. So I'm going to measure out my 10-inch tail. We're going to layer this one on top of the other. And I want a 5-inch loop, so I'll measure a 10-inch piece. Fold that guy over. And again, we're just going to do 2 loops of each of the 1.5 inch types. I've made enough bows, guys, that I can just eyeball that second loop, but you're certainly welcome to measure. Let's make sure. Yep, we're good. And another 10-inch tail. Not looking for perfection, guys. Nobody's going to be measuring. And remember, bows are not cute until we fluff them out. So give yourself some grace. And now I'm going to do 8-inch tails for this last ribbon and 4-inch loops. You can measure them on your measuring mat, or you can just eyeball it, whatever works easier for you. So as you can tell, friends, as we've been making this bow, my left hand is always my holding hand, and my right hand is my working hand. All right, now I'm going to take my pipe cleaner and just fold that guy loosely in half just to identify that center point. And then I'm going to wrap this pipe cleaner right around our ribbon stack here. And I'm going to give that 3 or 4 super duper tight twists. Just like so. And guys, I had to swipe my pipe cleaner out because it had a little fray on it and I didn't want it to poke through our ribbon. So we're back on track now. Once you've got your ribbon stack nice and secure with your pipe cleaner, we're just going to fluff this guy out. But first things first, get those tails pointing in the right direction. And remember, we've got 4 loops each of our 2.5-inch ribbon. Just opening them up with my hands. We're going to do what I call a rough fluff. And then working our way towards the front or the top of the bow, we're going to keep opening up our loops. Basically, those 1.5 inches will be like an X. Now, here's the great thing. So because this sign is reversible, our customer can choose, or we can choose, if we want our bow to be on the holly jolly side or the opposite side. So we would just untie our bow, retie it, and curl those guys up. So that's why we're going to leave our pipe cleaner intact and not really trim those ends, because all we need to do, guys, is take our bow and wrap it around the hanger of this ornament. I'll just give it a couple of loose twists for the effect here. And then we can do that final fluff. Again, just opening those loops up with our hands. I'm going to go ahead and angle trim my ends. You could certainly dovetail if that's your preference. I like my ends to have varying lengths. I feel like it just gives it a little bit extra sass and personality. Like so. And then we can curl our ribbon tails. And if you're not familiar with how to curl a ribbon tail, guys, let me show you a little tip. So this is actually a cardboard tube. It's probably an inch or so in diameter. This was just the center of a piece of Echo mesh that I had finished using. And I keep one around in my toolbox because it's great for curling your ribbon tails. Now, your ribbon should always have wire, should be wired ribbon. That will really help your bows to maintain their shape and will allow you to curl your tails. And so to curl your tails, guys, you literally just wrap it around, ladies, kind of like a curling iron. Wrap those tails around and release. Wrap them around and release. Because they're wired ribbon, they're going to hold the shape that you want them to. So you can curl it as tightly or as loosely as you like. That just really gives it another level of cuteness, I feel like. Too stinking cute. So we were basically able to take this Walmart door hanger that was already made for us and dress it up with this super cute, fun, and festive bow. You can loosen those curls by just pulling on those tails if you'd like to do so, but how stinking cute is that? I hope you enjoyed this super quick tutorial. I'll be sure to include some pictures at the end of this video so that you can see what that bow looks like on both sides of our door hanger. If you enjoyed creating with me, please give this video a thumbs up. It really helps my channel to grow. And of course, if you're interested in purchasing this beauty, I will leave a link for this in my Etsy shop below. Thanks, friends. Happy crafting.